So, we're going to do a little update video on the car build. This right now is what the state it's at. I call this stage 1. Right? We don't have any cage in here yet, anything. We're working on getting the transmission in so that my fabrication guy can start fabbing in a cage in there, get everything all mounted up and mocked up. Engine, of course, going back here. We haven't really decided on what kind of knuckles we're going to use for the suspension and all that. We got these Prelude ones, which we got out of another car. It came from the original motor we were going to use, but we decided against using that motor. And we also got the steering rack and all that stuff. K-frame. Thinking maybe use these and just get a axle swap kit, or we just get knuckles and all that stuff for like an Acura RSX or Civic or something. Put it back here. Just need something to mount the transmission and the axles too, so it'll fit. Rest of this floor is all cut out. Might cut out some more on this firewall here, but I haven't really decided yet. We'll put some left these frame rails here because we're gonna use that as kind of a base. Not really this frame rail, but we're gonna make some new ones and have them run along the car. And we're just having these here so we can get a general idea where it'll go. Over here we got all the motor stuff. Right here is the bottom end, all covered up. The crank, all that stuff, pistons. Gotta clean it up a little bit. Gonna send this out to the machine shop, I think next week or so. That's what we're hoping on. We're gonna get it all decked and honed. Maybe even get it bored out a little bit, but who knows. Just gotta clean off all this fucking black spray paint. It's kind of ugly. Over here we got our intake we've been cleaning. Right now we're just kind of trying to polish up all these parts that we have. Probably gonna get a new throttle body, a little bit bigger one. We're gonna leave this intake manifold. That's just what we're gonna run. I'm going to clean off these injector spots. Over here we got some more cleaning going on. Cleaning the oil pan. Honestly, we've been thinking that we might just swap to a Moroso oil pan. It's already got the turbo inlets and outlets and all that stuff for the oil. So that might be good because we don't really feel like going around and trying to do all that ourselves. Here we go. Cleaned up the timing cover. Probably gonna need a new seal here. Put a new gasket on this. Gonna need a whole new gasket kit. Here's the water pump. A little part of it. Gotta clean this up too. Get off all this paint and grease. Try to make it shiny and nice and new looking. Over here's all of our auxiliary parts. Alternator. There's, I think, the power steering, dump and shit. I'm gonna get a new starter. Over here we got the fucking, you know what I mean. You know what this is. Oil pump. We got the oil pump here. Baffle. All that stuff. Chain. Cam pulley. Well, not cam pulley. Crank pulley. Here we go. We got the top end. The cam. Rockers, those little bolts that hold it on. Got the chain guides there, tensioner there. Well, all that's going to be pretty much being getting rid of. Got a new cam on the way. And some new valve retainers, springs, all that jazz. We got the head here. We have it all completely wrapped up in a trash bag. Stop from anything getting in it, you know, around it. Trying to just keep it clean. We got the valve or not the valve cover, the head cover here. Clean it off, give it a nice polish. Got some good tools. We also got the big old air filter, but I don't think we're going to be using that stuff in the motor once it's done. Yeah, trying to figure out what's going to go on up here. Got to get the rest of this rust over here off. Cleaning up a bit. Got a new bumper for it. We got new doors for the car, which is why the doors are off. The ones we had were all rusty. We got some pretty good, decent clean ones. Got to get new headlights and front bumper. We got the grill. I mean, I don't know if I said bumper or grill, but we got the grill. Back here, we might honestly just leave the bumper off because I think it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna replace all these windows with Lexan. I think either this window or this window we're gonna have a vent going to the oil coolers or anything that needs cooling. Up here we're gonna have a big old duct that's gonna be feeding into the intercooler. I think we're gonna like place the intercooler somewhere kind of here, right behind this vent. I think that'll be pretty sick, pretty cool. Got a new table getting built. This is gonna help with our frame building. It's gonna be about the same level as this welding table here. So it's gonna be pretty helpful and useful for when our fab guy is gonna start making up the frame. Right now we're just waiting on the transmission and how we're gonna set up the axles and everything in this car. Once we get all that, then it's just frame time. Build the frame. I'll be working on the motor. That would be stage 2 is when the frame and the motor's done. After all that, just a lot of little things to do. Got to put the interior in. I think we're going to keep the radiator up in the front of the car. I'm going to try to evenly distribute the weight, but I think it is going to be quite back heavy. With the motor, we're planning on doing 400 horsepower, 300 to 400. I want 400 with 9,000 RPM redline. Kind of trying to overbuild it because we don't want it to, explode, because that would be kind of detrimental to the whole operation. So, yeah, this is what we got right now. Hopefully, in the next video, things seem to be getting done, you know? That would be pretty nice.